Who has made a difference in your life? Many people will say that it is someone who helped them to achieve something. Throughout my 3 years at Johnson, I've been lucky to have such wonderful teachers who helped the school in so many ways. I have also been lucky to participate in many of the programs run by teachers. However, no one has made an impact on me more than this special lady. I'm sure that we've all participated in at least one program run by a JMS teacher. Certainly, these programs have helped us, which is what they are aiming to do. Today, I would like to pay tribute to Mrs. Dent, an aide at JMS, and also the coordinator of the JMS Drama Club. Mrs. Dent shows dedication, hard work, and support every day. The dedication that Mrs. Dent has is a great example to all of her students. On some nights, Mrs. Dent will stay up late because something about the production is on her mind. She will not rest until she thinks that the problem is fixed. She also spends 4 hours every Sunday going over the script. Mrs. Dent sends countless emails, and some are quite lengthy, out to parents and staff here at JMS in order to make sure that everything is taken care of, and as she says, to make this more than just a middle school play. Mrs. Dent stays after school many days during the week to assist and direct the young actors and actresses. Also, Mrs. Dent gives up some of her time on Christmas vacation every year to coordinate and help build the set for the play. By doing this, she gives up time with her husband, who is not home very often. Mrs. Dent is one of the most dedicated people I know. Mrs. Dent works harder than anyone to make our production possible. Since almost all of the people who act in the play have never participated in a production before, there are a lot of things that Mrs. Dent has to teach the cast and the crew. Mrs. Dent works hard to make costumes. Every year, Mrs. Dent stays after school for a few hours with Amanda Baldy, who helps to make costumes. Mrs. Dent has to make sure that everyone's costume is perfect and portrays their character. Even though most of the drama club rehearsals are after school, Mrs. Dent also works hard to run extensions so the drama club can have extra time to rehearse. Mrs. Dent writes all the blocking or stage directions for the play. She also has to make sure that everyone learns their blocking and delivers their lines correctly. Not only does Mrs. Dent teach cast about the acting, but she teaches the stage crew as well. Mrs. Dent believes in each and every member of the cast and crew, and she shows it through her support. Even when the cast has a disappointing rehearsal, she always tells us that she believes that we can do it, and that she knows we have what it takes, even when we don't think we do. Last year, when Mrs. Dent asked me to be the female understudy, I was unsure of myself and didn't know if I could handle the challenge. Mrs. Dent told me that she picked me for a reason and told me that it was a great opportunity that she knew I could handle. Thanks to her support, I accepted the role as female understudy, which was one of the greatest learning experiences, and I got to experience playing multiple roles during rehearsals. Whenever a cast or crew member does something good, Mrs. Dent always tells them that they are doing a great job. Participating in a play is a hard thing to do, but being the lead in the play is even harder. Mrs. Dent always supports the lead characters and reassures them that they will be great during the show. I'm sure that we've all had someone impact our lives in a positive way, and I hope that you can see how Mrs. Dent's dedication, hard work, and support has helped me to become the person I am today. Before I participated in the drama club and before I met Mrs. Dent, I was not very outgoing and very self-conscious. However, participating in the drama club has made me less self-conscious, more outgoing, and has helped me to care less about what people think of me. This is due completely to Mrs. Dent for creating something more than a club and more than a group of friends, but a family where everyone feels equal, comfortable about themselves, and can grow to be a better person.